Libra, welcome to your 3-month overview. That is August, September, October. What's up? What's going on? Let's go over the base I'm using for you and all 12 signs so that we're on the same page. We're going to take a look at you for the month of August, 8, Strength. September, 9, right? The Hermit. October, 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah? Makes sense? The bottom row are the energies I typically like to look at when we do 3-month, such as the Sun. Okay? Do we understand what our happiness is? Are we living it? Are we loving it? Right? Or do we need to make adjustments to better understand what would make us happy? The Tower. Anything unexpected or untowards or frankly things that are just shifting and we should know about it. You know? All right, we're going to start right back here in August. Show me Libra, please, in August. Show me Libra, please, in August. Like always, take it resonates, leave it does not. Do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all. Frustrating but normal. Check out the placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. And just as a reminder to folks, these are some of the first messages I'm recording after surgery, so I'm doing fine. I'm recovering well, but we're still a little tired, so there's that too. Okay? Show me Libra in August. Show me Libra, please, in August. All right, very good. The Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, Diablo. Ooh. Okay. Well, August is going to be interesting for some of you. For those of you who hate the sound of sipping, this is your time to shine. You go ahead and turn down that volume, okay? Oh, that's better. Okay, well, the Devil, Knights of Pentacles, the Lovers, it's kind of like saying, I was afraid this might show up. Took a while. I was afraid this might show up. It's giving me some unrequited feels here. Devil plus Lovers. Unrequited. Okay. It's very strong though. It's very strong. It feels impossibly sexy. It feels impossibly strong. And it feels impossibly complicated. And it feels like a really intense connection for all the wrong reasons, you know? That doesn't mean it is. It can be all those things simply because whatever this is never came together before in the past. Hence the unrequited feeling and all the negative notes that can come with it. Let's push it a little further. That's well, like I said, that's a heck of a way to enter a month. It took a minute. There was this feeling, though, that you were afraid this was going to happen. I understand. Those kind of connections can make us a little shaky. Yeah. What's up? Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. There it is. It's not much. It's not much. Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Guys, you know, we've got a proposition here. You could put something into this or nothing. Okay? You could do. You could start making an emotional investment, or you can just kind of cut this off at the pass. You know? It seems to require some upfront something from you, or at least you feel that way. It's kind of like a very early decision, very early on. Libra, are we going to put something of ourselves into this, or are we just going to just not? You seem to know what this is, because that was the first thing you showed me. Not, oh, surprised, or, oh, we start talking. It's just, are we going to get involved in this at the emotional level, yes or no? It was straight away with that. Because you're saying, and I agree with you in this context, a little bit can go a long way. Especially with these very strong connections that can feel desirous because they're so very intense or so very unrequited or so very unresolved. And then one day it shows up for one reason or other. You might show me why, you may not. I don't know. But it's here. And it's gonna be your choice. You can either give something of yourself to this, or you can be like, nah. Okay. I see you leaning towards nah at the time being, or at least for August, as soon as we jump into it too. You had a feeling, you were afraid this was going to show up at some point. I don't know how deep that fear takes you. But I agree with your output. The decision is going to be very simple. Put something of yourself into this at the emotional level, or walk away from it. You know? It's those connections that can provoke the most in us, especially when they're unresolved. There remains conflict, unrequited desires, unrequited feelings, actions, behaviors, whatever. And if it seems like whatever this is has not changed or transformed or has gained any more insight, then you should probably already know what it is to do. Okay, so why we're opening up with August, I don't know. But you really do have a straightforward proposition. Put something of yourself into this, or nothing at all. And you seem to be interpreting it as a pretty extreme thing. It's interesting. It's just to connect with this. You're saying you'd have to decide to connect with this, but the odds of there being real healing doesn't seem to be very high. Okay. So that would kind of explain to me your kind of black and white reaction. Okay. If I don't see more on this, I might push it further. But for now, let's go ahead and get into September. Show me Libra in September, please. Like I just, no matter how powerful it may be, no matter how much unresolved feeling or passion or tension there is between you two, if nothing's changed, then you already know what to expect, you know? I have no idea for how this will introduce itself. If you literally run into it, I have no idea. But it doesn't seem like it's worth the investment. The Hierophant, Page of Wands, the Magician. Yeah, your energy seems to be more positively directed in terms of real desires of manifestations and a stronger sense of commitment. That's what you want to be open to, is the stuff that's real and matters, and the stuff that can stay back there in the hypothetical bracket of maybe, maybe not. I don't want to try to find out, though, because I feel like I've done that with you before. And the last time I tried to find out with you if you were worth investing in, I learned to fear you or this connection. So, no. September, you have a completely different energetic point of view, and it's not just September, guys. You were probably rolling into the month with this. It's whatever this is telling you to double down and readdress and commit to your manifestation of something a lot more solid that you can open yourself up towards and mean it. You know, I have to agree. I'm a big fan of the Lovers, especially when people learn to transform on their own time and take the time they need to understand how they can be a better person for that strong connection. But if it remains as such, is that we still fear it, we're still afraid it'll hurt us, or we'll just repeat patterns with it, there's really not much to do with it. Okay. Especially if you're afraid of repeating a pattern with somebody. That means it's that much stronger and that much more costly. So the fact that you pared it down real quick, are we going to get to this or not? I think you also answered it very quickly, but it also, again, put you in a kind of appropriate mindset about what it is you should be doing. Okay. Manifesting legitimacy. Manifesting from a place of the higher self and committing to that. Okay. And something can either meet that criteria or it doesn't. So, you know, if here we have a really, you know, that phrase one-hit wonder, that kind of reminds me of that one-hit wonder. The thing about one-hit wonders, they were indeed a hit. They were a hit. But it was still a one-song trick. It was a one-song album. That's it. So you know how you get on that one song and you get addicted to it and you play it over and over. And let's say it's your jam for weeks, months, seasons, or years. But the artist didn't produce any other albums, generated no new feelings, experiences, thoughts, etc. No sense of self beyond that one hit. Man, that was a good song, but it wore itself out. It's kind of what this is. That's a one-hit wonder. Otherwise, yeah, I still believe the lovers can be transformed, but it takes two, and it takes a lot of insight from both sides. Tells me they ain't happen with whatever this is. You know, that was a really strong one-hit wonder, though. I bet that was your jam, and you played it over and over again. Why it's crossing your timeline in August? I think you already know what to do. But you kind of reaffirm where you should be, where your mind should be, where your spirit should be, so that's something. That's something. Perhaps we fell off the beaten pathway on that one. Perhaps we lost sight of it a little bit, and we need a little reminder of where our mind and where our spirit's supposed to be. Something that's healthy and constructive. Anything else here, please, about September? So like how you recommit to the self here. Temperance, the Tower, the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you've kind of blown that out of the water. Good. You already kind of addressed the Tower. You did it. You're past it. Good. Very good. Sehr gut. Yeah. So that Tower is overriding that. What do I do with this? You don't. I say it all the time. I wish people would listen. You get to choose your own level of participation. You don't have to do diddly squat with that. If you're so convinced this will go nowhere, do nothing, and mean nothing, then you're probably right. I think the only thing this did, however brief it may have been, it could have literally been a run-in with this person, a 3 a.m. text, who the hell knows? Some bullshit. Point is, you're like, is that where I want to be? No. Get back to where you need to be. Get in tune with what matters. I see you heavily contemplating this as you enter what we would call the fall season. Okay? For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, spring, probably, right? October, September. Yeah. No. That temperance is for you. Healing, specifically consolidating yourself to what matters. Goals to the self. Healing to the self, commitment to thyself. And that's something you can stand by. But what you're not going to do is humor a bunch of back and forth confusing bullshit. Okay? You've already eliminated that. Good job. That was a good way to handle the Tower. You just went, no. I don't have to do anything with this. I don't have to give any of my part. I've already done that. You know? I've already done that. Yeah, I'm not doing it again. Cool. 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 I would like to see other things for you, but this was, I think, a big moment for some of you, and it's going to signify a big moment in your spiritual growth and how much, or how far, I should say, you have come. So while I'm not seeing a lot of 3D tangible, that's all right. Sometimes these markers are just confirmation enough for us to move on, move forward, and look forward to other things. Okay? So that's fine. That's fine. That's quite a bit of spiritual activity here that's going to be preoccupying for the next couple of months. Okay? Let's see you in October. Well, no dilly-dallying with that. Nope. Show me Libra, please, in October. Show me Libra. Show me Libra, please, in October. Four of Wands, Five of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. FYI, something else over here is brewing. Okay. It's completely unrelated to this. This is done. Four of Wands, Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. I got some sort of relationship here. What that is completely up to you and how it's defined by the other person. So again, relationship does not have to be marriage. It's defined by two people. It could be. It depends on your two's definition and how you two have specifically carved it out. There seems to be a kind of peacetime between you and someone else in this relationship. It's slow, but for some reason there was pre-existing tension or arguments that's deflating. Okay, it's coming down a little bit, and things are on a much steadier track between you and someone else who is important in your life, that you have a relationship with, that you understand, that does show up in the 3D. I'm not saying that it's plateau. I'm saying that an ease of tensions between you and someone else. Okay? So, who knows, honey? Who knows? You could already be in like a fully functioning relationship and or commitment that could see you right here prioritizing your goals to commitment and healing yourself towards that. Not messing around with this because someone's making themselves known again while you're in something else, which again, bad mojo, bad indication. Okay? But yeah, that's just all the more reason to dismiss this. Okay? It could be just a very elaborate distraction. All right. What else, please? Point is, there seems to be a steadier ease between you and someone else who's important to you. Okay? Anything else, please, here in October? Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Ah, so there's been some tension around coin and growth between you and someone else in that relationship. That's normal. That happens all the time. Yeah, it looks like you two will be making a decision soon about opening up towards a brand new opportunity that I believe you both can take advantage of. So there has been some tension around the subject of household coin finances, I believe. And like I said, the tension started to come down. It looks like there's a brand new opportunity here, and that's going to help ease a lot of the frustrations. I'm sorry. I know. I'm tired. Yeah, again, some allowance, please. Okay. We're at the end of the day. And Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. We're going to lean into a brand new opportunity, and we feel good about it. And I think, again, this is what's helping to alleviate some of the stress between you two. And what looks like an established household at this point. It's going to be good. An opportunity for one person in that relationship, but you both benefit. And you both seem to be relaxing around this decision quite a bit. So that's what I think is dropping the tension between you two. Things should get easier for you both, financially speaking. All right? So, congratulations to whomever that is, you or whomever is residing in your household. It's going to do well for you both. All right? So that's lovely. That's lovely. Okay. Okay. All right. I was ready to say, finances, guys, they're a very common point of tension for people in relationships. And then sometimes we have some influence here that makes everything easier for everybody. It looks like someone's opening up to a brand new opportunity, and both people feel good about it. So that's awesome. Good job to you both. All right? Good. Very good. And now we have some really solid 3D anchoring, particularly here in October, so that's good. That is good news. All right. Let's go ahead and see the sun, please. Show me the sun. Show me that sun, please. Show me that sun. Show me Libra's happiness, please. Show me the sun, please. Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. There you go. See? Remember that? I think that's what this was. Whatever that influence is, you made a decision straight away not to give any part of yourself to it because you've been there, you've done that. You already know what that one-hit wonder's about, right? Okay? It really puts you back into the frame of mind of manifesting what counts and standing by it with the Hierophant there. And that being said, you actively live, think through, work through that manifestation every day, and that is your source of happiness. You stick to your truth and then you act on it. You stick to your truth, you act on it. You stick to your truth and you act on it. You want more of that, and it is providing you sunshine and happiness. Okay? It's kind of like saying you can't beat reality. Reality's here. Happiness is here. And I work for it every day. And I pull that truth towards me every day. And that truth shall not be disrupted any day ever again. Something like that. It's something as like, even though that's very drawing, it's clearly unstable. Excuse me. It draws you in. Those one-hit wonders really draw you in, but they don't stabilize. And it did away with it. You're saying, this is life. This is stability. I work towards my happiness every day. I know who I am. And you can't separate me from me. Right? It's really a strong, consolidated form of self. Okay? And then also as it relates to your happiness. Let's go ahead and move over to this tower, please. Not that I mean to dismiss your sun. It's just extremely succinct. That's all. It's succinct. You work towards it every day. You live it every day. Okay? Show me that tower, please, for Libra. Show me that tower, please, for Libra. Strength, the High Priestess, the Four of Cups. Turns out you don't have to be quite so strong. You don't have to be quite so strong all the time. Okay. For some of you, you've had a hard time admitting to yourself that intuitively sometimes you feel unhappy and that you feel it's your responsibility as strength to not show that. It's not true. Humanness happens. You're going to be upset sometimes. You're going to be unhappy sometimes. You really honestly feel like no bullshit here. The Libra I'm looking at, you honestly, this is your particular tower. You have, or you feel you have an obligation to keep quiet about your unhappiness sometimes. And that you have to be strong about it. You really seem to have adopted a role where you're expected to think clearly and function at a high level and things like that. But you're a human too, honey. You're doing good. You are. You don't have to be so strong all the time. You don't have to be so quiet all the time about being unhappy. That's folly. And I strongly suspect it's that kind of thinking here, that kind of attitude with the tower, that probably allowed you to entertain a one-hit wonder once upon a time, because they fed something into that sense of unhappiness and that strong will of yours. Okay? It fed you something that was missing, but it didn't sustain. It was like fast food at the end of the day. You could have done without it. But it put you in mind of perhaps those parts of you that were missing or that you were out of tune with. Something that said you don't have to be so strong all the time. You know? And you don't have to keep your unhappiness quiet all the time. You know? No, you don't have to be. Be in tune with those parts of you too. They're just as real and valid as anything else. And they will always keep you grounded in reality. I'm not saying be unhappy all day, every day. I'm just saying you don't have to keep it to yourself. Okay? You don't have to keep it to yourself. While you're here busy pursuing your son and providing security in that relationship, okay? You have a pretty good system here of knowing yourself and having to know about it and learn about it in some hard ways. But also, to your credit, you did learn. Okay. It's how these kind of strong but devilish connections can find their hook in us. Those parts we insist can't be true, or we have to be quiet about it or strong about it, that's where it finds its hook. You know, this time, did you notice it didn't find its hook in you? That's because the tower happened. At some point, you fix those elements. You don't have to be strong all the time. And you don't have to be quiet about your upset feelings all the time either. You don't have to suppress them. Okay, Judgment, that was a strong lesson for you. Three of Wands, it took a long time to learn and bring together with the Three of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. That sense of waiting and not really understanding why. That vague sense that one day you'll get to feel better when it was here this whole time. Is a lesson. I think you got a reminder of it. It may not have seemed like too much at first, but it didn't get its hook back into you this time. That's because you fixed those parts of yourself. It was a long lesson you had to learn about emotional connectivity of the self. How you love yourself and celebrate yourself and give yourself moments to relax and be you. Okay? So I'm not going to call that a test. I don't like that little word. It's a weird little word. But it was a reminder, if nothing else. Life's pretty good. And you worked hard for it. And you don't have to wait on the results. The results are with you every day. Okay? On a sunny day, a Tuesday, and within 6 months. Okay. Yours was pretty straightforward. I'm thinking, or I feel, these lessons about not having to be strong all the time and withholding one's upset feelings in case they disturb other people, or that perceived notion that I have to be strong all the time. Something about that really started to dissolve for you in the past 6 months. I don't think perhaps you knew the results of it until this point. When I see you redirecting your manifestation to what counts. Commitment to the self, and then possibly whatever else you got going on over here. They're one and the same. You're saying, I want more of what works, not what doesn't. Thank you. You're, after all, just a one-hit wonder. I already know what you can do, and it ain't much. Not impressed. But in reflection on the past 6 months about how much perhaps you have learned about yourself. Okay. And what really matters. For others of you, this, whatever this is, could be along the lines of perhaps on a Tuesday or a sunny day. Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you. I was hoping I'd run into you for the past 6 months or so. Another clue or indication that things aren't right. If somebody has something to say or fix things, they say it, they own it, they do it. Okay? Just remember, those spots in you don't exist anymore. Okay? So there's really nothing to get you hooked on again. No, I don't see that as yet to be. I see that as the kind of frame for which it approaches. All right? And how long it's taken you to understand that you don't have to be unnecessarily strong. You actually have quite a bit of abundance here and a strong sense of spiritual growth. Wide open. Number 42. Be wide open to the right things. Specifically, you. The full energy here. Okay? Magical map shifter. 52. You get to say how your map gets laid out. You get to change things as you go. Okay? You're open to the influence of shifting and changing direction. A deep freeze. Yeah, we're going to 26. We're going to go ahead and freeze that one out. Also coming up under the sign of the lion. Time of Leo, August specifically. Okay? We're going to deep freeze that one. But this remains wide open and warm and inviting. Okay. All right. I don't think we need too much else in here, but I feel like... Okay. The gentle gardener. Ride the wave. Number 2. Gentle gardener. Okay. Be gentle with what you have. It does well for you, and it prospers under the right conditions. So be gentle with yourself, just as you would be gentle with the things that you grow. All right? Ride the wave of good feeling, emotions, positivity. 14, the dolphins. Okay. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.